Hello, welcome back to the Basement Card Collector. I'm a collector of many things. I like TTMs and set building and player collecting, and I also like to do some video responses. And so today's video will be just that. Today's video is a video response to North Coast baseball cards. He is having a very cool giveaway. I'm really new to his channel. I came across it just a short while ago. And he has tons of videos. It looks like he's been making content and putting things out there since 2020. So he's a couple years in. He has several, looks like modern breaks and PSA returns and just giveaways like all over the place. And I just happened to pick a good day to run over his channel. So I will put a link to his channel, but like I said, I'm new to it, but I've already watched 3 or 4. I've watched 2 videos on his autograph collections, one of Oakland A's and New York Giant players. It's hard to think of a player that he doesn't have autographed for the A's. Every major A's player, every major Giants player, he has a great collection. So do give his channel a look. And so his contest, his rules are to make a video for your ultimate pitching lineup. So today, you can see my stands out there in front. I have a 5-man rotation and then a closer. And here we go, the ultimate pitching staff. For my staff, my first pitcher is one of the greatest pitchers of all time. He pitched 27 seasons, over 5,000 strikeouts, over 300 wins, and somewhere in all of that, someone please help me with this, he has 0 Cy Youngs. Okay, can someone please tell me why this man, Mr. Nolan Ryan, has 0 Cy Youngs? But you can't have a pitching staff of all time without this guy, Nolan Ryan. So I went through my Nolan binder and just picked out, I thought this card was one of the coolest cards ever when I was young, and I was super pumped to get it, the 89 Upper Deck. I just thought that was so crazy back then, of football being thrown on a baseball card. It just blew my mind. So my pitcher number 1, leading off the staff, Nolan Ryan. Let's bump this over just a tad. 89 Upper Deck. Number 2, my second starter coming out on day 2 after Nolan takes the bump. This man has 7 Cy Youngs. He played with several teams, over 300 wins, over 4,000 strikeouts. I know he's had a rough go here lately, and he may not ever be in the Hall of Fame, but man, the numbers, they just don't lie for this man, Roger Clemens. I had this cool card again. I hit the Roger binder and pulled out just a neat little card from Triple Play, I think back in 93 or 94, one of those. It's a nickname card, obviously called the Rocket. 7 Cy Youngs, okay? So how's that for your day 2 starter? Roger Clemens, number 2. My third pitcher, we're going to go on the other side of the body here. Here's my only lefty on the staff, the tallest Major League Baseball player ever. Again, over 300 wins. He has 5 Cy Young awards. Check out this picture of Randy Johnson. Diamond Kings never go wrong, but my goodness, look at that. This guy was a beast of every kind of the measuring stick there. He's tall, no hitters, World Series, Hall of Fame. Pitcher number 3, Randy Johnson. That's just a sweet looking card too. Moving on to my 4th starter. He has 3 Cy Youngs in his belt. He started off with the Dodgers, went from there to the Expos to Boston, and I think he finished up as a New York Met. I thought this was a cool card of Mr. Pedro Martinez. And for those of you that were collecting back in the 90s, to get a Team Pinnacle card, you kind of hit the lottery back then. Okay, and it has a front and back card, but this is a Pedro Martinez rookie Team Pinnacle. Again, this guy was a tiny guy, but had 300 strikeout seasons, sub-2 ERA seasons. Had he pitched long enough, he didn't really get a great start until those Expo years. He was already 4 or 5 years in, but I think he could have easily won 300 games. He just didn't. I don't think he started as soon as the others, but one of the most dominant pitchers and one of the smallest guys, but the longest fingers. Got some serious movement on that baseball. Pedro Martinez. And the ace of my staff, the #1 starter, if I go backwards, my first guy out there, my all-time favorite pitcher, 4 Cy Young Awards in a row, one with my Cubbies, and then he went on to win a few with the Braves. He did return to the Cubbies to pick up his 300th win later on in life. 4 times Cy Young Award winner. How about this card too? Greg Maddux. Just a great card. I think this was a select card, score select. Yep, like in 93, 94, but just look at the silver there, the ace. And that's exactly it. The guy was just a monster. 300-game winner, Hall of Famer, 3,000 strikeouts. Just love some Greg Maddux. And for my closers, I kind of went with 2, and one of kind of like my, we'll go honorable mention, I suppose. Picked him up just because he was a TTMer, but Cubby signed Goose Gossage, Hall of Famer. And at one point he had 300 saves and was the top of that saves chart, I think. Hall of Famer, Cubby Goose Gossage. But my closer for my team, if I had to pick it for the ultimate lineup for North Coast baseball cards, my closer, 300 saves. He had 197 wins, I believe. So almost 200 wins as a starter and over 300 saves as a closer. One of the most dominant closers in the late 90s. And he also was an MVP Cy Young Award winner for those Oakland A's. But I have him on the TTM also as a Cubby, is Dennis Eckersley. He was one of those, I think he was the first guy to have a 20-win season and a 50-save season. I think John Smoltz might have joined that club, but Hall of Fame closer, Dennis Eckersley. And there you go. There's my ultimate pitching lineup for the North Coast baseball card video response. Look at those Cy Youngs, guys. I mean, seriously, come on. And the only guy that doesn't have one is Nolan Ryan. That just doesn't seem right even to say that out loud, so... And again, I will leave a link to the North Coast Baseball Card channel. I encourage you to go check it out. I will also be doing that more going forward. But that concludes my video response. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.